Thank you very much, Chairman Connolly, and my special thanks to Danny Davis and Robin Kelly and all those responsible for this hearing. Mr. Chairman, it takes a pretty hot topic to bring a majority of the Illinois congressional delegation together. You've done it today. If you take a look at the numbers that have turned out here, it's an indication of what we are hearing in our offices and have heard for a long, long time. I asked my office, give me an example of someone who's contacted us about mail delivery. Well, they told me the story of June this year when we were contacted by Teamsters Local 786. They told my staff that they'd not received any mail since May 20th, weeks before, but that because of the failure of the Postal Service to provide service, their members fell out of status with their insurance due to delay or missing checks. Think of it, in the middle of a global pandemic, a critical group of frontline workers were at risk of losing their health coverage because mail didn't arrive. That is just inexcusable. So we think about the mail service, and I want to make it clear, I'm a champion of the Postal Service. I believe in them, not just because it's a constitutional authority and responsibility, but because they are good people doing good work, hard work on a regular basis. I think during the pandemic when I was down at our home in Springfield, Illinois, looking out the window for Greg to show up with the mail delivery, sometimes it was dark, 8 o'clock at night. And there he was, never missed it, every single darn day. And there are people across America who count on that letter carrier and the postal workers who bring that mail to them. It's an important part of their life. It binds them together and all of us together as a nation. Last night, my wife and I were walking back from visiting our granddaughter near Northside, around the Belmont Avenue area. 7:30 at night, I see a cart in the middle of the sidewalk. It was a delivery cart for some letter carrier, 7 o'clock at night. And I wondered what was going on. I looked, he was inside and he was feeding the mail into the slots for the people who lived in that building. These folks are working hard and they're finding it hard to keep up with some of the demands. What's it all about? Well, some of it's about COVID. COVID changed America in a lot of different ways, and I'm sure it challenged the Postal Service in terms of the health of their workers and their availability. But COVID was an opportunity for us to rely more and more on the Postal Service, and we got to keep that in mind. We're also living in a changing marketplace. Emails over letters, parcels and packages now in greater volume. My letter carrier down in Springfield said, "Senator, can you believe that today I was delivering boxes of duct tape as part of my mail delivery?" But it's just part of what I do every single day. There are some other things that are part of this. Retirement requirements. We all know that as members of Congress. That's on us. The amount of money we ask of the Postal Service out of their operating expenses to prepare for future retirements. I think it's the highest in federal government. And the question is it realistic? Did we go too far? It's time for us to answer that question. And then there are management decisions, and they've been alluded to already. I'm not a business consultant, don't pretend to be. But if someone came to my business and said, I got an idea, I'm going to reduce the value of your product, I'm going to raise its price. You'd say to yourself, you think that's a winning combination? But that's what we hear about a future management plan. We're going to reduce or going to increase the time for delivery on items in the mail, and we're going to raise the cost of mail in the process. Those two things just don't work together. It seems to me we better think hard about that. So let me close by saying it's an honor to be with you. The turnout of the delegation tells you how important this issue is. We want to work with you and the leadership in the Postal Service to make it continue to be the best in the world.